Well, I am definitely sowing the seeds of chaos here at the Arely Restaurant. It's good to be the grandparent, not responsible for discipline. I know that part of the reason for a couple little meltdowns and tantrums from Yara tonight was because when she went from my carte blanche, the total freedom to do whatever she wanted to do, and bumped into parental or grandparental constraints, it frustrated her and made her mad, so she kind of melted down. So then as to do with the dogs, when I tried to order huevos and beefsteak, the two waitresses said, no, you can't do that. I said, well, I'll pay. It's extra, I'll pay. No, that's not the issue. They don't taste good together. Which is, it's really interesting because in America, who's going to worry that meat and eggs is not going to taste good together? I said, well, that's not the issue. The beefsteak is going to the dogs, which is not. They do not feed these dogs at all. Definitely not from the table. And but they just laughed. They thought it was funny. But then people kept shooing both of the dogs out. And here comes Mufafa, and here comes the one that still has no name. They'll get chewed out again. They probably will get chewed out again. But I kept giving them treats, and they kept coming in. And finally, when they got chewed out, I got mad. And I went across the street. I took them a long ways away from the restaurant, took them across the street, bought a big bag of kibble, and fed both of them and another dog who I also had fed this morning. And this one, who I swear 2 weeks ago was a lazy, sleepy, bored, listless dog, was dancing. Yes, he knew it was coming. I hadn't even opened the bag yet, but he knew it was coming, and he was dancing. It was so great. And that one's just super happy. Send in the names. Whoever comes up with the name for this dog is going to get the dog. I will ship the dog to you. Great. So much fun. It was so much fun, and I do feel like an anarchist. Yes, here. But I think there's a history of anarchy in the whole anarchist movement in Mexico or some. I just made that up, but maybe there is. Communists, I don't know, definitely socialists and communists. Okay, so there we go. Not bad for one day's work, I think. And the cat got some of the chicken. Oh, and when I was feeding the 3 dogs across the street, then the issue was how not to have a dog fight over the kibble. So the brilliant answer I came up with, there is a lady who lives behind those blue posts over there. I thought that place was empty for the longest time. That's the bus that does go to Martinez. But there's a lady who lives back there. But it's beautiful tile in there. And when it had spilled out in the gravel, they do pick them up. They'll pick each little kernel of kibble out. But I thought, no, that's terrible. I don't like that. So I went into that lady's space, which she mostly doesn't hang outside, and just spread the kibble out over the beautiful tile in a big enough area that they wouldn't have to compete for stuff. So there we go. This town didn't know what hit it. Will not know what hit it. Mufafa. What's your name, baby? Everybody says you have no name. You need a name. Mufafa is dignified and a little standoffish, but he will move up real close and stoically allow me to pet him, and his tail wags a little. She is way more expressive and definitely moves in and leans right up against me. So, good. It's fun. Makes me happy. Now I'll finish my dinner. Yeah.